So things are not always as you remember them. Some people call that the Mandela effect. Some people just call it getting old, but it's something that we don't think of. We don't. There's certain things you just know that's how it is. This is the answer. 1+1 is always 2, and then you look it up, and one day you realize, man, I've been saying it wrong my whole life. 1+2 is actually 5. Or I know I screwed that up. Hey, come on, you get my point. So, but it's okay. Mathematics was not exactly the best analogy for that. Okay, I've made better metaphors in my life. But you do know what I mean. You like, Charlie Brown always wore a yellow shirt with a black zigzag, and then you look it up, and it turns out the shirt has been red for your whole life, and you'd like, when did that? What? It was yellow, but I'm trying to make a better analogy than 1+1. That was dumb. I should start over, but I don't do that here. Anyway, re-examining some of the things we know to be true. When's the last time you sing "I'll Be Home for Christmas"? I heard this one on the internet last season. "I'll be home for Christmas." Everyone sings that song, and you always sing it. You can count on me. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. No, it's you can plan on me. And then when you go back and you're like, oh yeah, it's always been planned, always. And I think there's some modern versions where they say count because everybody sings count, but it's planned. I was listening to some music. Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys came on. And as a fan of music, as a wannabe musician myself, and as a self-proclaimed drummer, I'm waiting. Because if you've ever been in the car with me, I listen to about 10 seconds of the song and go, oh, I love that one. Next. Oh, I love that one too. Next. I am a very ADHD music listener. But I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the whole song all the way through. And I'm waiting for that rim shot where, Dennis Wilson, Hal Blaine, if you know the recording, the drummer comes in with that crack. Ooh, after they bring the tempo down, and then he comes in with that loud rim shot, and he snaps it, and the band comes back in, and I'm waiting for it. It's not there. Never was. Why it's there? I know it to be true. I would have bet money that was like one of the examples of the best rim shot cracks ever. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, not there. Go check out your copy of, I think it's on Pet Sounds, right? Go check it out. It was never there. Why that? I don't know. So, is this me ranting, or is this something bigger? It's like a South Park at the end, like, oh, we learned something today. They force in a thing. But there's a lot of things in our life we think we know. We know for a fact. And turns out we're wrong. Misinformed. We misremembered. And sometimes things change. You can go now and find a copy of a popular version of the song that, sings "I'll be home for Christmas, you can count on me." Simply because things change over time. It's always been planned. It was planned from the beginning. It should be planned, but now it's changed. Or now it's you can count on me. So things either aren't like we remember them, or they've changed. But holding on to a fact that may not be fact, or may no longer be fact, it's dangerous. It can hurt people. It can hurt you. And it can definitely keep you from growing and opening and listening to other people. Not a very subtle segue, but I don't know, it just made me think, if that rim shot crack isn't there, what the hell else is fake in my life? It's the Matrix, man. So, anyway, like I said, I was going to make something up. All right, well, that was it. Love you guys.